Hey, howdy everybody, how's it going? What's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm checking out more Writhe. I did a video, I think maybe a couple videos on their music. I listened to the entire last In Filth EP that they did. That was all on stream, and I've been meaning to like do a video talking about it and kind of reviewing it, but I've just been either busy or forgetting. So I'll kind of give my thoughts on it now. I think the In Filth EP is really good. It's super solid. I would give it banger tier. Out of my 6 tiers that I've got, I would give it banger. Not quite masterpiece, and that's only because I haven't really had the desire to go back to it a bunch. I've listened to it a few times, maybe 5, 6, 7 times, and I think it's really solid. Chasm of Slumber is my favorite of the songs on there, and overall it's just a lot of fun. The mix is really interesting. It feels big. It feels like a really big sound, I guess you could say, and it's great. It's really interesting. It's about like a sentient AI or something becoming a Lovecraftian entity, and the music videos show that too. The music videos are they're AI, but it fits the theme of the album, so we'll let it slide for that. And it's done really well. It really captures the theming and the feeling of the album really well, and it's kind of super sick. But I've watched all the videos for that, and I've reacted to them all on my various streams over the past few months. Haven't been streaming much lately, but if you want to follow my Twitch, it's down in the description. The last thing I streamed, you might have noticed in the background something has changed. The last thing I streamed was, got about halfway through building the Lego Lord of the Rings Shire set. So far we've got the little bonus Smeagol and Deagle set. I'm going to do kind of like a quick time-lapse video on my progress with that when I finish it. But we got like that, then we have like the party tent, Merry and Pippin here, and the little dragon firework that they set off. The dragon's flying above, right over here above the tree. Happy birthday, Bilbo Baggins, whatever, he's there. So I'm working on that. I'm going to finish building the rest of the set on stream at some point. Not sure when, whenever I have time, but I do not usually have time, and the time that I do have time is in the evenings after I get home from work, and that's not usually a great time for me to stream, so who knows, dude? Maybe I will just bite the bullet and stream at night, my time, which is like literally probably like 3, 4 in the morning for the EU people, which, sorry if you're on the wrong side of the planet, but let's get into this. I've also gotten some other stuff that has changed a little bit. Like I got Adrienne Lenker songs up there, incredible album. I was not able to buy the vinyl for Fox and the Bird by OK Goodnight, so I bought this canvas print. So worth it, so worth it. That's permanently staying up there, along with my Phibius the Third print, which I will do a video on what he's from one day. One day. I guarantee that unless you live in or near Wisconsin, you have no clue what he is. All right, let's check this out. We got a new Writhe thing. Oh, also the Lego set came with a little, because it's around Easter, it came with a little chick that is painting an egg. It's hard to see in the background because the camera's focusing on me, and I'm not going to do that. Just wait for my time-lapse video if you care at all about that. Let's check out this new Writhe song, though. Sorry about the yapping, but, you know, I love to yap. Let's check it out. This song is called Host, and it's probably going to be a nice, fun little song with lots of fun little melodies about hosting a dinner party. Let's go. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Nice to actually see the band in the music video. Ooh. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. Oh. Okay. Oh, dude, the drumming is great. That's the highlight for me. What is that sound? Oh. Oh, the little no. Ting. That's cool. Oh my goodness, there's more? Now are we done? Okay, it looks like it. That's fun. Okay. All right. That was not a lovely song about hosting a dinner party. That was something a lot worse. Okay. Wow. That was a lot of fun. That was a pretty good song. The highlight standout for me was the drumming. I really liked the drumming. I loved all the switch ups and everything that was going on in there. That was super interesting. One thing that I think one thing that makes me like this a little bit less than the In Filth EP is specifically like the guitar work. The rhythms and stuff were cool. I think the guitars themselves weren't, or like what was happening in the guitars, the notes and stuff. Besides that, that part was cool. But besides that, there wasn't really any standout moments in the guitars that I know, or one guitar. I don't know. I don't know how many people are in bands, dude. I don't know people's names. I don't know bands. The only band I know is Vizyarta. That's like the only one I could name people in the band, mostly. But I think overall the guitar thing was a little bit weak for me. The In Filth EP had a lot of really interesting riffs and things that were going on, and not even just riffs, but like sounds and things that were happening. And this one, while cool, this one was more rhythmically interesting. Like more of the bounce and the heaviness and stuff came from the rhythm of the guitars and the drums and like what they were playing and all that. Vocals were great. I think, is it a new vocalist? I think I may have heard somewhere that this is a new vocalist from the In Filth EP. I think. correct me if I'm wrong or if I'm right, but I think it's new. Vocals were good, drumming was good, guitars were a little weak for me, at least compared to the Infilth EP. I would have liked a little more variation there. And the song structure was fun. I thought it was over, and then they throw in another breakdown. I will say the how do I say this? I don't know. It didn't feel like no offense, and it's gonna sound weird, but it didn't. It's gonna sound really weird. It didn't feel as heavy to me. It didn't hit me as like a heavy song. Obviously, now that is kind of a psychopathic thing to say, but bear with me. It's heavy. It is objectively heavy, but it doesn't feel like emotionally heavy, if that makes sense. I don't know. I can't. It's hard to describe what I'm thinking. But when I hear it, I'm like, oh, that's heavy. But it's kind of on the same level as like Lorna Shore is for me, where Lorna Shore is kind of like heavy, but it's just like, oh yeah, that's heavy, instead of, oh my goodness, that's heavy. It's kind of like that. Whereas the oh my goodness, that's heavy is reserved for things like Mirar or Disembodied Tyrant, or Lump Synestia in there too, or like Darko, things like that. This felt like cool and atmospheric, and I'm not knocking that as like a point against the song, because Infilth was cool and atmospheric, but that's just kind of like how I'm feeling, where it doesn't feel like that. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a weird thing to say. I hope that makes sense to people. But yeah, it feels more like building that heavy atmosphere instead of being heavy. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying, and I don't know how to describe what I'm thinking, but I hope at least somebody can translate what I'm saying into their own brains better than I can translate it from my own brain to my mouth. Anyway, that's my thought on this. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. It's a fun song. One other thing, and the reason that I don't go back to a lot of just straight up heavy music, and the reason that I might not go back to this, and the reason that I haven't gone back to the Infilth EP that much, is that more lately, especially, I've been really latching on to more either melodic or rhythmic songs and music. So something that's either, if it's on the lighter side, if it's on the more prog side, something that's more melodic and something I can sing along to, or something that has more rhythmic punch to it, or like some really cool rhythmic cadence, or something like Darko does the rhythm stuff really well, or like the Poetic Edda EP or something is really cool rhythmically and things like that. And like it has a lot of like vibe sections and just straight up like amazing groove stuff. That's why it was my EP of the year last year. Or like Mirar, which does like a bit of both. Like they're super, super disgustingly stupid heavy with like a really interesting melodic thing half of the time, and then they went like dubstep with Ascension. Like Ascension's my album of the year so far. I think it'll be dethroned by Viljata, but it's definitely going to be at least top 3 or top 5. But that's another thing, which is why I haven't gone back to Writhe as much. Just that like my phase in life that I'm in right now, I'm not into like this kind of music as much as I am to like other heavy music that does other things that I like. And that's a personal preference. That's not a knock against the band or the song itself. That's just me. That's just a personal thing. That's where I am in my musical journey, or whatever you want to call it. But if you showed me this like 6-7 years ago, I would have called this like a 9 out of 10. But right now, for me, it's a 7 right now. Not bad. Cool. All right. Good track. I'm happy to hear more from them. I don't know if there's an album announcement or whatever or something. I don't think so. All music written, recorded, and performed by Writhe. Drums, beat, boop, 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 boop. Nothing here. I see nothing about any album or EP or anything. So, fun. Also, I should say, either the band or like a label or somebody, something reached out to me. And you know what? Let me pull it up. I was going to check it out anyway, because Writhe is a great band. But then they reached out to me and they were like, hey, you want to listen to this? And I was like, yes, I do. I love Writhe. So I checked it out. Let me see. It was Max 6 Set Media. I don't know if that's a If that's one of these guys or just a news outlet or whatever, no clue. Reached out to me and asked me to check it out. So, okay, cool. Let's wrap this up then. Awesome. Thank you to everybody for checking this out. Thank you to Writhe for the music. Thank you to, I'm also going to do a shout out to Captain Kurian for showing me Writhe and letting me experience the cool atmosphere of this band, because I would not have even known who this band was without him. So, little special shout out to him. He was the one who requested all their songs from the In Filth EP on my streams. All right, cool. Well, thanks everybody for watching the video. Let me know your opinion on the song down in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.